BluMetric Environmental Inc. is Canada's premier water solution and environmental consulting company. BluMetric provides a full range of environmental consulting services supported by bespoke engineering solutions for emergency, self-contained, and permanent water systems, and is always mission ready with a full range of in-house support to ensure your mission is a success.
Welcome to the Over the Horizon podcast here at Mass 2023. I'm Alan Dale. With me as always, my good buddy Jerry Carew. We are Gale Force Winds. Thanks to the good folks at BluMetric for being the thought leaders and bringing this conversation to the trade show floor. Megan, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you are and what it is that you're doing?
So I'm Megan Murphy. I'm the co-founder along with my dad, Rex Simmons. We run two research vessels out of St. John's, Newfoundland. The Patrick and William is 30.1 meters, fully comprehensive fisheries boat, and our newest one, which was previously the CCGS Harp, we purchased her, we repurposed her, and she's now going to be our new 36-meter research platform.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's quite something. What was your journey into the world of buying research vessels?
Well, the Patrick and William, as most people will know, the fishing community knows, she was previously the FFAW, they dubbed her the Union Boat. She was Katrina Charlene. My father has been in the fishery for 30 plus years. He was retired at the time. We were living in New Brunswick, and he said, I'm thinking about not being retired anymore, and we want you and your husband to come home and help me run it. And I think it was because I just had 18-month-old twins, and I think it was a ploy to get us home. And it worked. Obviously, we're here. And so I came home. We were just going to run the crab enterprise my dad has. And in 2019, we got approached by Seacor. They needed a vessel to take them out to tag icebergs for the U.S. Navy. And ever since then, we've been kind of hooked to the research, and it's exploded. So
you converted a fishing boat into a research vessel.
Yes.
Tell me about that process. That couldn't have been easy.
No. Luckily, the boat that we have, the Patrick and William, that's my twin sons. And then our other boat, the Connor Murphy, that's my other son. So all my kids have a boat. And so the boat is excellent because, she's actually easily convertible. And what we've done is, outside of her crab season, we fish somebody else's license. We catch over 600,000 pounds of crab a year. Outside of that season, our crew, who are amazing, they'll go in, they'll actually put mobile labs in our shelter deck. They're removable. So as soon as the crab season's over, all the fishing gear goes off, all of our research gear goes on, takes about 3 or 4 days, and then she's straight. So Patrick William has been working since March, and she'll be straight with research until November.
And who is your main client? Is it all Seacor that you work with?
No, my gosh, it's everybody. It's private, universities, we work with Marine Institute, Dalhousie, DFO, we do sciences research, buoys, Coast Guard, anything.
Started with Seacor though, did it?
The very first job was Seacor, yeah, and they kind of got us hooked on the research, and we realized that there was a real need, even locally, for research vessels and the platform, and our ultimate goal is to have this boat. Any company, any person, any organization can come on and say, we want to do this on the water. Here's our platform. We'll make that for you, and we'll take you out and get your work done.
Wow. So it's two vessels running out of the crab season is kind of how it works.
Yes.
So are you looking for clients now? Like, what does your ideal client look like?
Actually, they find us because, like I said, there's a really big need. So we haven't really had to do a whole bunch of marketing yet.
Right.
I think once the word spreads that there's a capable vessel or a couple capable vessels to do work, that spreads pretty quick in the science community and the university community, in private industry, oil and gas. I mean, a lot of these government contracts I apply for, it's a tender process. And the universities are the same thing. But there's nobody else here can do it, so it's...
When you say is it a conversion to a research vessel, or you're just operating it as a research vessel?
Just operating it as a research vessel.
Right.
So she's still primarily a fishing boat, but we add the technology. We add our scientific A-frame on the back, we add our mobile labs on the bottom, and our new vessel is going to have a chemical lab, a computer lab, a dry lab.
Wow.
You're going to be able to do everything.
You're going all in this direction, eh?
Going all in. I think what helps us is because we're providing the platform and not not necessarily a specific technology. So we can go to any industry. Oil and gas needs an environmental study, we can take them out and provide that. You need ocean bottom mapping done, we can take the clients out and do that. You need a species survey, we can do that. You need anything you need from a scientific perspective, we can take you out and make the boat the way you need it to be to do it. And the new one's going to be able to take 24 people. Patrick and William takes 19. That sets us apart as well because groups can come together and share the cost of the boat. We've had multiple groups, DFO plus this organization plus that organization. They all come on. It's a cheap, like really cheap alternative for them to go on.
Lots of deck space to bring equipment on board?
Lots. Tons. We can fit now. We're outfitting the boat now for an ROV for the Marine Institute. That's 30 tons. That's 2 20-foot containers. That's a huge project. And we're happy to do it, and we do it all our own. We have no problems putting money back into our vessels to help facilitate what the industry needs. We've been doing it ever since we started this. We're really lucky. We're very small. It's just me and my dad and now my husband that does this out of our homes. We don't have any large offices, no huge amount of people. It's just us working tirelessly all day and night getting this done. But we're getting pretty big pretty quick, so we might be there soon. But
Megan, are you a mariner yourself?
I am not. I have no background in research. I have no background in fishing. I grew up in a fishing household, obviously, and my father did it his whole life. But I was actually in the military in New Brunswick, so was my husband. And I got out as a civilian, still work for D&D, and Dad kind of convinced us of this crazy idea to come home and try it. And we said, well, we just had baby twins. Let's move home where all of our family is, and at least we'll get some help with the kids, and we'll try it.
It's a great story, but alongside a great story, it's a great offering. I think it's fantastic. Mass now, this conference, a combination of people coming together talking about maritime and Arctic safety and security. Are you finding good luck in the conference, or just getting into the conversation now?
Getting in the conversation, I mean, the needs on the water change, right? Every year is kind of, or every couple of years is kind of a different need. Right now it's Arctic, right now it's blue economy, right now it's environmental. In a couple of years, who knows what the need will be. So we're kind of always ever evolving into what a specific client needs. We're not kind of like a generalized, we don't pigeonhole ourselves into a certain area. So, I mean, actually, funny enough, we actually did a military operation. They used our vessels kind of, my dad kind of played the part of a pirate ship that did some training. It was Cutlass Fury 2021, I believe, with the Canadian Navy. And so there's stuff like that. They might, call us up and say, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you put this technology on the boat? We're open to even people putting their technology on for free. If we're out doing other activities and they've got technology they want to test, sure, throw it on. We'll send you back the data, and there you go, right?
How do they get? There'll be people watching this saying, "I need on that boat." How do they get a hold of you there? And what's a conduit to do work with you?
So I'm on LinkedIn. We're also on Facebook. Rods is on both those platforms. You can email me at megan@rsmarine.ca or find me on LinkedIn. And all the information is we showcase every single bit of work we do every year. So there's pictures and videos and of everybody doing the jobs, and you'll get a pretty good idea. We're working on right now doing a kind of a 3D look at the boat. Someone will be able to go online, walk through the boat as if they're on it. So I'm working on that so clients can kind of even get in and see the labs and see what they can and can't do before they even contact us. And so I'm working on that now. It's getting my dad to adopt all this new technology is another.
Come on, Dad.
It's another story. I've got him on Teams now. He's good with Teams, so I'm getting there.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, it sounds like you have an incredible offering, and keep up that great work, because you're so right. Research vessels are needed. So many agencies need access to get out on the water, and there's few assets to do it. So well done for stepping up and finding that niche market. Thanks for joining the podcast.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure talking to you.
Yes.
BluMetric wants to partner and work with Atlantic Canadian industries and organizations who are concerned about the water health of our planet and the people who inhabit it in an environmentally and culturally sensitive manner. BluMetric wants to join the growing number of like-minded, innovative Atlantic Canadian companies who are changing the environmental landscape for the globe in a world-class way.